Hello, it's a quick video to show you how to get into your Sharan's boot and to repair any wiring that might be screwed. First place to look is around the edges here, which is where the door closes, and you've got one on both sides. If there's any breaks or kinks, strip it back, check each wire, make sure there's no breaks. If there is, solder it. And my suggestion is use self-amalgamating tape, which I've got here. Self-amalgamating tape is much better, lasts a lot longer than insulating tape. So I've done all the wires here, and basically what was happening was the door sensor, which is up here. Okay, when you close the boot, down, then basically you're getting a switch which tells the alarm up the front that basically the door's closed, and symptoms are that the lights will stay on. The lights will stay on even when you start the engine, because it thinks the boot is actually open and it's just that switch. So one way to get around it, if you want to defeat the system, is take this back panel off, which is quite easy to do. There's just a couple of screws. You've got one screw, two screws. You've got screws where the handles are. You've got another two screws, and you've got another two screws on this side, and then the whole panel will just come off. And then what you've got to look for is a red wire, which is this one, red, as you can see. And where this goes to is if you track it back, it goes from there, red, it goes up this wire, and it goes into this section around the back. And if you have a look up there, there's actually a micro switch, which is a bit hard to see. That is actually up there. That's a micro switch. And if there's something wrong with the alignment of the micro switch, or if the micro switch isn't working, it might be stuck in the on position. Now by disconnecting the red wire, you disconnect the sense circuit. So by disconnecting the sense circuit, when you come inside the car, the lights come on, and when you close the car door and then you lock it, the lights now go out. And what was happening is, if you have that sensor connected, you have that sensor reconnected up here, so connect that back in, then it already thinks that the things, so the interior lights have come on even though the door's locked. Right, now when you open the door, okay, the lights are on. Now when I close the door, lights stay on, which is a pain in the arse, and it means you keep the light in the boot is still on. Let's disconnect that red one again. So you disconnect the little red bastard here. Oh God, I'm not going to be able to do this without putting the camera down. There he goes. So I've disconnected that red one. So the light is off. Let's refocus. Light is off. Interior lights are off. Okay, let's open the door and close the door, and they're working like they should. And the other ones to check for, the other ones that cause problems, are all of these down here. These little rubber things, because these are sensors to tell the door when they're closed. So you pull that off, you pull this out, and you can take these apart and clean them. You just pull, you have to forcibly pull this black bit out, and it comes out, and you can clean the contacts. Make sure they're making contact when it goes in. And then, similar situation, you can test whether or not the logic circuit is working, because you can put your foot on it, okay, and then pretend to lock your door, and the light should go out, which they do. And if I take my foot off that, it opens the door, so that means that one's working. And you can do that all the way around. You can basically fool the circuit all the way around to test which ones are working, which ones aren't. And so there we are. Have a nice fucking day.